This podcast was recorded live in the Purple Room Studio. What are you gonna do?
What a guy. He fucked up.
Alex Gopher.
Alex Gopher, bro.
Party people.
Party people. Never heard of it.
It's a good tune. It's a good tune.
Never heard of it.
All right. Should we start the show here up? Start it up.
Sure.
You know, let's get her going.
Let's make sure we're recording.
We are recording. I got the big old button on the screen.
Oh, do we?
Oh yeah, we do. I did it. I put it up there so that everyone knows that we're recording.
Nice.
And so I will say, hello, everyone. Ooh. Welcome to the Streamvoid podcast, episode 177. 71.
Wow, you jumped into the future.
I jumped right into the future.
Crazy.
My brain went like, oh, we're doing this now? Okay, let's do it.
Very good.
I am MikeyT, and of course, across from me is KurbStomped.
Hi.
You can find us everywhere under our respected monikers.
Yep.
And you are listening to the Streamvoid podcast. This is the worst show on YouTube.
The worst podcast
on YouTube.
Yep.
But it's also a show about life and video games and everything in between.
Yes, it is.
It is. So we were recently called the worst podcast on YouTube.
Yeah.
By a XQC stan.
Yeah, maybe.
Maybe.
Yeah.
Could be.
Probably.
Yeah. They did not like how we covered the story of XQC because we didn't do any research.
But what was there to research?
I don't know.
It was a story about how that XQC said that he had to do therapy.
Anger management.
No, therapy.
Therapy, yeah.
Therapy after he accidentally streamed two gorillas fucking on stream. And he got banned temporarily for it. And he said that he had to have therapy. Twitch made him take therapy. I don't know.
Some kind of sensitivity training,
but that's the thing is he never said anything else about it.
Yeah. It's just like, yep, that was it.
Yeah, and we had to speculate about what happened.
Yeah, we weren't in the live stream where he said everything and got all the clips and people clipped it, you know?
But what he said that was like the only time he's really said it, I believe. So,
well, maybe he elaborated to it live and then that was it. Who knows?
Anyways, and the XQC people didn't like it. Anyways.
They sure didn't.
So, sorry, guys. Our apologies.
Yeah, we can only say words about things that we may have or may not have read.
I mean, but there was nothing else to say.
No, there really wasn't.
He didn't elaborate on it.
No,
he was speaking in his typical XQC style, so it's impossible to understand him anyways.
Yep.
So I don't know. Maybe they were actually Aiden Ross fans.
Maybe.
So I shit all over him.
Did you?
Yeah, I said he was a piece of garbage and all that's whatever, you know.
Yeah, it could be.
Because they were talking about him getting unbanned by Twitch. And you should just ask. Maybe they'll make you take therapy. And then XQC said I had to take therapy.
Yeah.
And that was the end of it.
That was the end.
We've recapped it twice now.
Yep. Well, tell me about your week. How did it go?
Oh, work week?
Work week.
I did not go to the office one time last week.
Oh,
I was in the warehouse every day, which is fine and dandy. But I have work to do in the office too.
Yeah.
So, but the boss was just like, no, that's okay. You can stay at the warehouse.
Ooh, very nice.
Like, I think his thing is like, we have so much shit at the warehouse, we can just sell that.
Yeah.
We don't need to get other stuff too. So I didn't do any ordering or anything like that. And it was fine, you know, oh my God, so much shit to do at the warehouse. It was ridiculous. Just nonstop every day and then not being able to finish stuff. So,
yeah.
We had my good friend's daughter was there. We got like candy and stuff. Big box with bulk candy.
Oh yeah, yeah.
We'll never sell because no one's gonna buy like 20 kilograms of mints.
Yes,
so
that's a lot of mints.
Yeah, she's been like repackaging them into like little clamshell.
Yep, fun-sized mint holders.
Like you would get like if you bought your 6 donuts or whatever, like that.
That's how those sausage patties are repacked.
Yes. Yeah. So she's been doing that, and she's whatever. I don't know how old she is, like 18 or something like that. But she acts like she's like 12 years old, I swear. Because she's like, well, it's like a typical, what would you be called? A millennial? Gen Z? I don't even know what they are when they're this age. But she's...
Gen Z, probably.
Yeah. She just can't like...
A Zoomer.
She's a Zoomer. Yeah, basically. She can't like talk to you because she's too...
Introverted?
Shy or like socially anxious or whatever. So
Just text her.
No. No. So my good friend will like be like, oh, you know, she doesn't know how to use the microwave. Can you show her? It's an old ass microwave. Like it's not easy to figure out.
Is it a dial?
No, it's you have to hit like you can't type. There's no like key number pad for typing in. It's like you have to be like, I want to add 5 seconds. Beep, 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 beep. You have to hit the 5-second button every time, or add 15 seconds. You know, it's so stupid. So she'll be like, can you show her to use the microwave? I'll be like, she could have just asked me and I would have showed her. She doesn't have to contact you to contact me, like whatever. So anyways, she, I heard her, they were doing something and I heard her talking on the phone to her mom and she came back and near me and said like, oh, can you message him and whatever, blah, blah, blah. Mm-hmm. And I was like, just whatever, not really paying attention. So then a little while later, she texted me. It's like, oh, there's a printer jam and she doesn't know how to use the printer. Can you like, when you're done, can you like, and I was just like, did she ask you to message me? And she's like, yeah, she's really shy. You know, she, you know, doesn't really want to talk to her people or whatever, blah, blah, blah. And I was like, oh, okay, that's funny. She could have asked me or whatever. And then I swear to God, this is what she texted me. And it's just the way she wrote it. Like she obviously didn't think anything of it.
Yeah.
But when she sent it to me, I just was like, this is not what you should send. She said, oh, well, you should break her in.
Oh, my God.
Oh, my God. I just was like, okay.
What?
Yeah. Anyways, I fixed up the printer for her so it would work. Yeah. Anyways. That's on us. That's not on her.
Yeah.
Like, that's us being, like, perverted, basically.
Well, I mean...
Why would she think that?
When you break something in, that goes all the way back to, like, riding a horse, you know?
Yeah, I guess so. But it was like she was talking about, like, to make her not so shy to talk to random... Or not random people, but people, right?
Yeah.
So anyways, it was just... I just was shaking my head and whatever. But, yeah, she's a weirdo. they both are weird, so... Anyways.
Oh my God.
Yeah, it was pretty just like, ooh. But yeah, I was just in the warehouse just doing the stuff nonstop.
Yeah.
And,
nonstop.
Literally nonstop.
Yeah.
I mean, I did take breaks and everything like that, but it was like no fucking around. Not that I'm fucking around, really. But
yeah.
He was just driving the picker around all day, doing stuff, you know?
Yeah.
So. And we got 3 new pallet jacks, so that's good. Like literally new ones.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Just
after you borked the other one.
It still works. I'm still using it, but yeah, they bought 3 new ones.
The old one single baller.
The other ones were all fucked up though. Like they were obviously someone had used them to try to like lift. I don't know. They wanted to move a skid, so they just put the tips of the forks under the thing and jacked it up so they were bent down. So they were like,
how heavy does a thing have to be to bend the forks?
That's what I was wondering.
Jesus.
Too. I don't know.
It's just a pallet of cement.
Yeah, I guess so. I don't know. Anyways, but yeah. Other than that, work was just whatever.
Yeah.
It's not quite hot out there yet.
Oh God.
In the warehouse, but I'm sure that'll come up soon.
Yeah, it's definitely hot outside here.
I don't know if it's hot,
she said
but it's warm.
It's what?
It was 30 degrees.
Yeah.
I don't know. Is that hot nowadays? Like what's that in Celsius? Like 90? Or Fahrenheit? Like
Fahrenheit,
80
it's like 80
something?
80 something. 30 is 82, I think.
Okay. So
somewhere around there.
Is that hot?
It's 80. Well,
like,
hot for us.
I don't know. Is it though? Because like, do you remember like last year, the year before when it was 50?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, so, I remember that.
I don't think 30 is that bad, really.
It's still bad.
Yeah,
it's still bad. I'm like, oh my God, it's so hot.
Yeah.
Yeah, like I was saying this before we started the podcast, that it was very hot in my shop where my 9 to 5.
Yeah.
And I'm like, why is it so hot in here? And I go over to the thermostat. It's 26 in the shop. I'm like, what the heck? So I crack it open. Like, oh, it's still set to heat.
Oh my god.
It's still set to heat from the winter.
Oh my god. Does it have AC in there?
Yeah, there's AC.
Oh, okay, that's good then.
Yeah, definitely good.
There's no AC at the warehouse.
No.
No. There's fans.
Yeah.
Yeah, they'll blow like night air into it all night, but that only lasts a certain amount during the day. So
there's no windows in there. It's a big brick building.
There's no windows.
Is there skylights?
There's skylights, but they don't open or anything like that. And
that'll let some heat in.
There's the overhead door, but I mean, sometimes we can open that up and then open up the side door and then a window blow through, but that only blows through for the front 20 feet of the warehouse because there's literally no other exit anywhere else. Which as I was in there, I was just like, what if there was a fire between me and the exit?
Yeah.
Like, what am I going to do? Break through the wall?
You're going to Hulk smash your way through?
Yeah, there's like literally no other way to go.
Interesting. There's no like backdoor way in the back?
No.
That's weird.
I know.
You would think there would be one.
And I mean, the fire department inspects it, so it's obviously up to code or whatever. Because they do inspect our buildings.
Yep.
So, anyways,
that's wild.
I guess I'll just burn to death.
I guess so. That's all you can do now.
I'm sure I could break through the wall if it was a fire that was not fast moving. And I wasn't succumb to smoke inhalation.
Yeah.
I could get through the roof too. The roof's like nothing.
Yeah, all the shelves are pretty close to there.
Oh yeah.
You just go all the way up. Get the picker.
Oh, yeah.
Just go all the way up.
You should see the joists up near the roof. They've been all hit by the picker. People going up and not paying attention. They're just all bent.
Is it those metal triangle joist things?
Yeah.
Keep it light.
Yeah, basically.
Crazy.
And the roof is insulated now. It used to not be insulated. There's some sort of spray insulation.
Oh, yeah.
Before it was just like...
No, that'll keep the heat out.
Yeah, it was just like flat metal up there basically or something. I don't even know.
Cooking bacon in the sunshine.
Yeah. Yeah, our one door faces the sun all day.
Yep.
And it's like metal. So some days I'll be like, whatever, carrying something and I'll have to like open it up and push the handle. I'll be like, I'll just push it with my leg or my arm. And I'll be just instantly like, oh my God, my arm is burnt.
It's so hot.
It was like literally like 3rd degree burns probably.
Yeah. Nice.
Yeah. It's crazy. It's so hot.
Yeah.
Anyways, that was pretty much it for work.
Nice.
No office time. So,
which too bad.
I mean, office time is fine, I guess. I don't know.
Yeah. It was hectic for me.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. I'm in a situation where the project that I'm currently managing is a project I used to manage like 2 years ago or so. And when I had that project, I had a team.
Yeah.
Team around me to help me do the podcast.
Oh yeah.
And now I don't have that team, but I'm still doing the exact same amount of work.
Oh, I love it when that happens.
Yeah, it's not fun. So I had to drive to Vernon on Tuesday to look at some jobs. I had to drive to Kelowna on Wednesday to look at some jobs.
Oh,
I don't think I got home. I think it was a 12-hour day when I went to Kelowna. It was crazy. Lots of travel, lots of looking at things.
Nice.
Yeah, got home after 12 hours. I was just wiped.
Yeah, I bet.
And yeah, it's just been really hectic. I think I'm allowed to hire now.
Oh, really?
Which is good.
Nice.
Because we're actually losing Don Daddy.
Oh, really?
Yeah, TJ Yellow is no longer going to be working with us.
How come?
He needed something a little bit more stable.
Oh.
Because, it's contract work we do. So it's not always a stablist. So he's going off to CN or CP.
Oh, crazy.
I don't know which one.
Train conductor man?
Train conductor man.
Nice.
And, and we're losing my construction foreman for 2 weeks because he's getting married.
Really?
Yeah.
Crazy.
So that's a thing. It's going to be stressful times trying to get, and our prime is like, hey, you guys got to get these jobs done this month.
Okay.
I'm like, oh, sweet. That's good.
Nice.
I like that. So jobs are cordoned off by they're rated by units. So you have a certain amount of units you need to deliver, which are basically just like residential suites.
Okay.
So normally a 4-man crew can do 100 units a month.
Okay.
That's usually how it goes. But they've given us 200 units they want this month, and I've still only got a 4-man crew, but I'm losing 2.
Oh wow.
So we're pulling in people from the other side to help us.
Oh, fun.
So it should be good. It should be good.
Now, are you going to have to do some?
I doubt it, because every time I leave the office, I fall behind on everything.
Yeah. But then they also say, like, you should be in the field more?
Yeah, that was a while ago, though.
Yeah.
Before I had to do all the work like this.
Okay.
So yeah, hopefully I can actually hire somebody in the office to give me a hand as well. I mean, there's the other project manager who isn't always busy all the time.
Mm-hmm.
So he's been helping a little bit, which is nice. He actually came out with me on the pre-fields in Kelowna.
Okay.
So that's been okay.
Nice.
But yeah, it's been really a lot of work.
I bet.
Combined with the other work that I've been doing.
Oh, the other work.
The other work.
Oh.
Yeah, we'll switch it over. Switch it over to the job number 2.
Okay.
The Game Hub.
The Game Hub.
We did our first stream on Monday.
Oh, you did.
Our first live stream. We opened up we opened up 2 booster packs of Lorcana.
Mm-hmm.
And it was kind of funny too, because we were going through the cards and I'm like, who are these characters? Who are these Disney characters?
Yeah.
I'm like, oh, this is Rapunzel. I'm like, I've never seen Rapunzel. Or like, this is Frozen. I'm like, I don't know Frozen.
Yeah.
Even some of the lesser characters from some of the more popular ones that I've seen, like Beauty and the Beast.
Yeah.
Where they had like Gaston's lackey. I'm like, I don't know. Who is this guy?
Oh, yeah. I know who you're talking about.
Le Fou.
Yeah, he was like the gay one in the live action one.
Oh.
He's like in love with Gaston.
And we got like Kristoff, who he must be from Frozen, since his background
I think that's the main guy from Frozen.
Yeah,
I've never seen Frozen though.
Pascal, Rapunzel's companion. I'm like, who the heck is this?
Pascal the gecko or something.
Yeah, Pascal the gecko.
Yeah.
Yeah, there was some other stuff that I'm like, I don't know who.
They got to mix it up. They got to get like the name characters in there, but also they got to keep the trash in there too.
Yep. Apparently it's a really popular game. It's doing really well. So excited we're going to learn how to play it next week, because I have no idea how to play it. I've got 2 starter decks that we're going to crack.
Fun.
Yeah. And we cracked on this stream, some of our Secret Lair product. Ooh. And Secret Lair, it collaborates with Wizards of the Coast to bring you alternate art and Magic the Gathering stuff.
Mm-hmm.
So due to them doing like a Fallout v Magic the Gathering, they had all these Vault Boy cards and stuff like that. They look super cool. You can definitely check those out.
Tournament legal.
They are tournament legal.
Oh, wow.
It's just alternate art cards.
Okay. And
they had a bunch of different artists that contribute to other sets, which are really cool. Like there's one from Ravina Kai, who does really cool like line drawing art. And the way the cards are set up, like the borders are super unique and different from any other Magic card I've ever seen. And they're all like black and white.
Oh yeah.
I was like, oh man, these are really cool. These are definitely cool. And then we did a draft. We drafted some MTG Arena.
Oh, did you?
Yeah. We went 7-0.
Oh wow. 7
wins, 0 losses. Just romper stomped everyone.
That's on the
Yeah, that's on the online arena.
Oh, crazy.
MTG Arena.
How
it was pretty fun.
So good.
I don't know. We just did.
And that's like you won. That's what the goal is, to get 7 wins.
Yeah,
right?
7 wins mean you win the thing.
Oh, crazy.
Yeah, it was good.
Nice.
We had some.
And what was your prize?
I don't know.
Okay.
I don't know how it works.
Okay.
Sure, you get a bunch of gems, a bunch of packs, and in-game currencies to do more drafts.
Yeah, I see.
I think you get. I think after you win 4, you have enough to do another draft of the in-game currency. After you win 4.
Oh yeah,
but I'm not entirely sure.
Is Magic the Gathering like Pokemon, where they'll give you a code to use in their online game?
Yes.
Oh,
so if you participate in a pre-release, you will get a code and you will get a bunch of packs in game.
But that's the only way they do that?
Yeah, that's the only way I think that I know of. There might be other ways that I don't know of.
Because before, at least whatever it was, every Pokemon pack you got was a pack in the game.
Oh yeah, no, not like that.
No.
Jeez
Louise.
Yeah, apparently they're really messing up on the online, making things difficult to get stuff.
Yeah,
I'm not.
Well, don't they have
sure.
2 different versions too? Like there's like the real money one, and then there's the arena.
Yeah. The real money one is
you can be like, I want to cash out my cards and get physical ones.
Yeah. And we know someone who actually did that.
Oh.
They got all their cards online. Oh, it was really cool. I'm like, oh, that's a good idea.
Yeah, but don't they just reprint them?
I don't know. Probably.
Yeah, I couldn't imagine, like, I don't know what, obviously they probably don't have like old cards in there, but like imagine there was all of a sudden a new card that was like a Black Lotus and you had one in the thing. And do they have one in the vault that are going to get you?
Probably not.
Yeah.
Probably not.
To reprint it or whatever. Anyways.
Yes. And then we did a stream yesterday and we just sorted cards. 4 hours of sorting cards and looking at things. It's pretty good.
Sure.
We're hoping to take possession of the building on Monday, depending on if our insurance clears.
Like tomorrow?
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
If our insurance clears, we get the keys to the building and we can move in. Start moving in anyway.
Alarm first.
Yeah. We got the contact counts alarm and I got a whole list of cameras and stuff to get.
Yeah. I don't need the cameras quite yet, but
yeah.
Just the windows have bars on them and stuff?
Not yet. Oh, yeah. We got to order. We're going to order some gates that close.
Oh yeah.
So we can keep them like that. We don't want to have on the inside. Because we don't want to have bars on the windows the whole time. We want to be people to be able to see without having the bars in the way, looking like a jail.
I see.
So we got some gates that you can just close and open during the day.
I see.
Which would be nice.
Cool.
Yeah.
They can break the window still.
They can still break the window, yeah. They can't get in.
Okay.
That's the main thing.
All right.
That's the main thing. We're having a struggle getting the chairs. We contacted one company and we're like, okay, yep, $6,000 for your chairs. Great.
That's it.
Here's the money. And they're like, yeah, we need to see some ID with that, with the card, with the last four. Yeah, just in case. They're like, okay, well, here you go. And then they're like, okay, well, we're going to double charge your card and then cancel your order.
Oh, wow. Cool.
Like, what?
Cool beans.
What are you talking about? That's ridiculous.
They said that to you or they just did it?
No, they just did it.
Oh, yeah.
And then we've not been able to get a hold of them to be like, hey, just cancel the order.
Yeah.
If you guys are going to do this, just cancel the order. Yeah.
What company is this?
Restaurant Chairs Canada, I think.
It's like a website?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Restaurant Chairs Canada, based out of the States. So.
Oh, yeah.
Classic.
Should do old stop on at the bank.
Yep. And there was a like display case place we were gonna get. It's like displaycases.ca or whatever.
Yeah.
And I'm like, okay, starting to put in the order. I'm like, all right, how much is shipping? $1,000.
Oh yeah.
And I'm like, $1,000?
Do they have to? Like, yeah, that's extreme.
Yeah, it was flat pack shipped.
Yeah.
And it was coming from Pennsylvania.
Even still, a skid from America should cost $300.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was like,
most.
yeah, I was looking at that price. I'm like, no.
Yeah.
No. We're going to go somewhere in let's try and find someplace in Vancouver.
Yeah, for sure.
And I did find a place in Vancouver and I'm like, all right, here's the order.
Yeah.
They're like, well, okay, we'll have a salesperson reach out and contact you in shortly. Couple days.
All right.
Okay. Well, now it's been a week and I haven't heard anything.
Perfect.
So I'm going to have to call them and be like, hey, put an order in. What's going on?
Let's get it going here. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Ridiculous.
Yep. And yeah, we have a server. A big server rack that I picked up. Well, not a rack, but just like a thing to go in the rack.
Mm-hmm.
And don't know what to put on it yet. We're thinking we're going to do an in-house Minecraft server or maybe a Pal World server or a Terraria server. I don't know.
Ooh.
Yeah, it's just sitting. It's so big and heavy.
Yeah, no doubt.
It was actually surprising how big and heavy it is, but it holds all the hard drives, which is nice.
Yep. It'll
be good. Did you go on Facebook at all yesterday?
No, I never go on Facebook. You know what? I never go on Facebook. That I didn't know my half sister was pregnant and gave birth.
Oh,
yeah. I got a message from my dad like, oh, the baby came early, and I'm like, whose baby? And then I figured it out by the name. I was like, oh, that's my sister's baby. I didn't know.
Wow.
I was like, tell everyone congrats, I guess.
So if you went on Facebook at any time during Friday night, all you would have seen is pictures of the Northern Lights.
Oh,
that's it.
Yeah.
It was a spectacular show. And everyone was out there taking pictures of the Northern Lights, posting on Facebook, just everything.
Oh, yeah.
Even like the Kamloops subreddit and like BC photographers, just photos of the Northern Lights.
I don't know. I don't need to see someone's phone camera pictures of the Northern Lights.
No?
Not really.
No?
No.
I posted a couple.
Well, okay, I'll allow you to do it.
We actually went up Batch.
Yeah.
We were like, oh yeah, let's get up there. We're going to just drive to the top of the hill.
Be all alone.
And be all alone.
Yeah, right.
We got up there and we're like, is there some kind of event going on here? Why are there
the Northern
so many
Lights
people here?
Dumbass.
Well, it was weird because it was like at the 4x4 staging area.
Yeah.
Which is where, kids kind of hang out there.
Yeah.
And, have a fire, whatever.
Yeah.
And we're like, oh my God, there's so many people here. So we drove to the end of the 4x4 area and drove up a mountain so that we could be alone, except for the cows.
Moo.
The cows were very aggressive, aggressively mooing at us.
Yeah. Yeah,
it was really, really interesting. I've never seen the Northern Lights like that.
No.
I've seen them where they're just like green or like dark, but they were red and pinks and purples and everything. I was like, oh my God, that's crazy.
I should have looked out the window.
Yeah, it was pretty wild. You could have seen it in town too.
Yeah, I didn't actually look.
No,
I've seen them before. So
yeah, I have too, but yeah, never like that.
Yeah,
that's wild.
Cool,
absolutely wild. That was I didn't play any games.
I played a couple games.
I did Game Club, but it was a super struggle.
Yeah, I didn't do it. We'll talk about that. Later. What did I play though? Oh, I played Watch Dogs Legion.
Yep.
Me and Tank played it because there's multiplayer mode in it. And there's like a zombie mode that they added in. I don't know what it's called. I can't remember. City of the Dead or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
And it's kind of like a roguelike, where if you die and you get a new character. So we were kind of thinking like, oh, you'll be able to level up and then, you don't want to die and you keep your character, but you don't really level up. You keep the character and it shows you the streak of how many times you've done it. But every time, if you want to start with more than like a gun, you have to use your little earned credits from the mode to unlock a random item.
Yep.
Or it's not even a random item. It's a specific item that's randomly chosen. So you'll start it up and be like, oh, this time you can start with a silenced SMG if you spend the money or whatever. And so that was kind of lame. But when you go into the actual match, the whole thing is you have to escape the city with supplies, and you have to pick up a minimum of 8 supplies within 20 minutes.
Yep.
But as you're going through the city, there's like power-up spots where you can like go and you'll get a random item or ability, right?
Mm-hmm.
So we did that, and then we were like, oh, that's cool. We end it, we evacuate, we get out. You lose all that shit. So you just start the same exact thing with nothing.
So very little replayability because there's no progress.
Yeah, so you can just go. It's start like there is a bit of change, like it's nighttime or there's fog or it's daytime.
Mm-hmm.
But other than that, there was no progression really. So I just was like, well, this is lame. Like, okay, we did it once, we escaped. Like, it wasn't fun enough to be like, let's do it a bunch more.
Yeah.
So then we were like, there's a whole like GTA-ish style mode with the regular game where you can go in and like. In Watch Dogs Legion, you like recruit other people to your team. So you'll scan them and be like, oh, this person is a construction worker. So they can like blend into construction sites and you recruit them. In this mode, the only way to recruit them is you spend this currency you earn in the mode.
Yeah.
But to get even like one currency, it takes for fucking ever. So we played it for like 2 hours, I think. And we got like, and it has like a season reward progression thing. It doesn't cost any money. And there's like 100 levels and you unlock like cosmetics and stuff, but also you earn this currency. And we played for like an hour and a half and I earned 300 points towards the 1,000 to get to the next level. And all the events were like ridiculously hard.
Huh.
Like we did it co-op. It was like, take out this drone. I shot the drone like 1,000 times. It took forever for us to kill it. And then I beat it and it gives us like 300 a cryptocurrency, which you only use to buy like clothing.
Yeah.
And that's enough to buy like nothing.
Wow.
So by the end, we were just like, forget this mode.
Yeah, I was watching you guys play that for a little while, and I'm like, what is happening?
It was fun.
You would call in a drone, and then Tank would get on the drone and start flying around. I'm like, oh, interesting.
It was fun to play it that way, but just like the progression is just so bad. So it was like, no, we're not going to keep doing that. But we had a lot of fun. Like, you know, we'd be driving into each other and crashing, or like, you know, I'd shoot his drone and make it so it almost exploded so he can't, you know, whatever.
Yeah.
Really getting away from the cops and all that stuff was fun. And it's fun being the different characters in this game because I had a geriatric character who could barely move and she's just like slowly running around, you know? So it's kind of cool like that. There was ridiculous character. Like in my single player game, I recruited someone who was like a habitual farter. So whenever she was like sneaking, she'd just fart and alert the like people around her. They'd go, oh, what was that? Must have been the wind. So yeah, it was pretty interesting anyways.
Nice.
Did I play anything else? I don't think so. Oh, I did actually. I was suggested to play this game that was on Game Pass called The Rewinder.
The Rewinder.
And it's like a Chinese puzzle narrative game where you're like, it's like very Chinese mythological type stuff where you're like a guy who, when something goes wrong in the like timeline or whatever, you're supposed to go and fix it because people are supposed to die at specific times. Mm-hmm. But if something happens, then their soul doesn't go to where it's supposed to be into the like recycling of souls. And
yep.
Things get screwed up for other people because certain things are supposed to happen. Like the soul was supposed to be reborn as a baby or whatever. So there was this whole village where like something went wrong and I have to go there and solve it so that the sort of timeline gets fixed or whatever. And it is a puzzle game and they don't really tell you anything. They'll just be, well, they do, but you have to sort of ask for the hints. Yeah. So basically it'll be like, I need to get a key. How do I get the key? And it'll be like, oh, there's a code on this box. You have to open it. It's locked. But the only way to get the code is you have to, the code is like how much gold this guy was owed. And there's a book that has a list of all the money he's owed, but one page is missing.
Oh, no.
So you have to figure it out after you find the page, because then you can total it up. But the code is inputted via an abacus, so you have to figure out how the abacus.
Oh man,
the abacus works. You know?
I got an abacus sitting upstairs.
Yeah, but this is like a different style of abacus.
Oh,
like it has like I seem to remember when I was a kid, an abacus only had like there would be like 10 beads on a column. This is 5 beads on the bottom. And 2 on the top. Yeah,
that's what kind I have.
Okay, I've never used one like that before. I mean, I figured it out. It's not that hard to figure out, really. But there's other puzzles where you have to like figure out the code by the weight of weights. Mm-hmm. So the weight will just have like a symbol of a circle with a line through it, and that corresponds to a number you have to put in. But you have to like put it on the scale and then put other weights on the scale to figure out how much it is. But you don't. Every weight doesn't have a weight on it, so you have to figure out what this weight weighed first by putting other weights on it. You know the weight of it. So anyways, it's an interesting game. The story was interesting. I did beat it. I didn't get all the secrets and everything like that. It only took like 4 or 5 hours to beat.
Nice.
Some of the puzzles were just like, not even like, it was so simple. It took 2 seconds to beat it, but then other ones, it take a little while longer. Mm-hmm. But you could tell it's very much Chinese sort of like mythology to it or whatever.
Yeah.
And I noticed a few like grammatical errors where they translated it. Like they were talking about flower petals, but they spelt it like a pedal of a bike. But it has cool art style. It's like this pixel style, like 8-bit, but actually 16-bit graphic style, you know?
Mm-hmm. Yep.
And it was pretty interesting.
Nice.
So I liked it. Nice little Game Pass game. Other than that, I don't think there was anything else I played. I think that was it.
That Foundry game came out.
Foundry game.
Yeah, it's a voxel based factory game.
Oh yeah.
It's like Minecraft meets factories.
Oh.
And I'm like, give me some time. Give me some time. Let's extend the day to a 32-hour day. A 36-hour day. Let's go a 48-hour day so I can play this game. So I have more time to play this game.
Yeah.
Or any time to play the game, really.
Yeah.
It's been on my radar for quite some time.
Yeah.
And I'm like, oh man, it's out now.
Nice.
And I don't have time to play it.
That could be a game club. We don't have to play Prey.
Well, that Foundry doesn't have any progression or anything like that in the storyline.
Just talk about your cool factory you made.
Yeah, good do.
Anyways, no. I think I know which game you're talking about.
Yeah, it looks cool. I hope I can play it at some point.
I
wonder if it's on Game Pass.
No, I don't think so.
No,
I don't think. No, I think I would have seen it if it was on Game Pass.
Probably.
Yeah. But you did no other gaming?
No other gaming except for Game Club, which failed.
Yes.
It kind of failed. Yeah. I don't feel like struggling through the crashing and the
infinite loading.
Yeah.
Well, you're playing a console game on PC, so that's your first problem.
I guess so.
I had no problems.
No. Yeah, I've just all the problems. Like even Nine Arsons, who was going to play it with us, he couldn't even get it to load.
Yeah.
Couldn't even get it to load, which is unfortunate. I was having a lot of fun playing that game.
Yeah.
There's so much storyline going on in it, though, that I'm just like, oh my God.
Yeah.
I'm not going to remember any of this.
Yeah, there's a lot going on for sure. So, yeah, that's unfortunate, but we're going to switch it up for Game Club.
Yep.
To probably Prey another console game playing on PC, but
yeah,
we'll see how it goes.
We'll see.
I watched some things.
Did you?
Yeah. Oh, well, first thing, before we watch some things, I listened to something.
Oh.
That I wanted to say. Last time you were talking about Green Day.
Yes.
And how you were kind of surprised they had albums that they've been releasing pretty much an album like every year or two.
Every couple of years, yep.
Since they came out. And I was at work and I was like, oh yeah. We were talking about Green Day and I was like, I haven't listened to the whole album of Dookie in a long time. So I was like, I'm going to listen to that, right?
Yep.
So I listened to it. And the first thing about it was like, wow, it's not really as punk rock as I remember. It's not really punk rock very much at all. There's a couple that are more punk rock than others, right?
But it's more that pop punk that was popular at that time.
The next thing that stood out to me was I was like, wow, that CD was one of the first CDs I had, and I listened to it like a lot back in the day. And I was listening to it, I was like, wow, I only remember like 3 songs. Like there are some of them I was like, I don't recognize this song at all. So there'd be like, well, what are the ones that I would remember the names of? I don't even remember their names, but
yeah, right.
Paranoid what is it called? Paranoid? Not even Paranoid. The one where they're like,
Welcome to Paradise, Longview.
Those aren't on that album. Longview's not on Dookie.
What is happening?
I don't think that's on Dookie.
I don't know. Songs. Give me the Dookie
It would be
songs.
Like
no.
Basket Case, When I Come Around.
I think Welcome to Paradise is on there.
Yeah, Welcome to Paradise.
Oh, that's a good song.
And maybe like Pulling Teeth.
The songs, according to Google, are Burnout, Chump, Welcome to Paradise, Basket Case, which was probably the most famous song on the album. Sassafras Roots, Coming Clean, In the End, Having a Blast, Longview, Pulling Teeth, She, When I Come Around, Eminus Sleepus, and FOD, all of / all by myself.
Yeah, so I listened to it, I'm like, whoa, there's only like 3 songs that I remember. And I listened to that CD like a billion times.
Oh yeah, me too.
So it was pretty crazy that none of them like stood into my memory. Cause like, I know that the other CD I listened to about 1 trillion times was Garbage's CD.
Yep.
With like, I'm Only Happy When It Rains.
Yep.
And I listened to that like 1,000 times. But that CD, when I can't even really listen to it anymore because I listened to it too many times. Like I can listen to like, I think I'm Paranoid or I'm Only Happy When It Rains. Mm-hmm. Like one time and I'll be like, okay, that's enough garbage for today. But every song I'd be like, oh yeah, that's from Garbage. I know that song, that's garbage. But yeah, the Green Day ones, I was just like, whoa, I don't even recollect this a little bit.
Huh.
So it's pretty crazy to me.
Yeah. I've got a bunch of these songs on my mini disc player too.
Oh, you have a mini disc player?
Yeah.
Oh, crazy! I didn't know
Actually,
that.
it's in that Netrunner box on your right there.
Oh, in that
Yeah,
thing
that's
there.
a mini disc player and tons of mini discs.
Oh, crazy! That's cool.
We'll crack that open after the stream.
Yeah,
Have a
let's
look.
check it out.
After the podcast
I never
recording.
had a mini disc player.
I absolutely love that thing, dude.
Yeah.
It has so many cool mixed discs.
Yeah, I bet.
It was because he couldn't record CDs for quite a long time, and a CD recorder was prohibitively expensive.
Yeah, exactly.
And then the mini disc came out. I'm like, oh my god, let's go!
Yeah, exactly.
And so I used that to
pirate music.
Yeah, exactly.
So this is not a thing I watched, but I wanted to say Discord. So basically, for the first time since, I don't know, a little while after I got Discord, I canceled Discord Nitro.
Yep.
Because I went into my server and they served an ad to me.
What?
In the Discord server. Yeah, at the very bottom, right above the controls of like when you're in a channel, there was a thing that was like, play 15 minutes of Genshin Impact to someone on your Discord server. Oh,
I saw that,
and
actually.
You'll get a free in-game item. And I was like, fuck you. And I immediately canceled my account. Because I'm like, if they're going to serve that bullshit to me when I'm paying for it, they don't need any of my money. Fuck those guys.
I did get Genshin Impact. I got something else.
Yeah.
I can't remember what it was, but yeah, I saw that.
Oh, no, it wasn't Genshin Impact. It was Honky Star Rail.
Oh, yeah.
But yeah, I was just like, fuck this shit. I don't mind when a little pop-up comes in the corner, like, hey, there's something in your inventory. Okay, I'll go look. But when it's like on the fucking dashboard of my own server, fuck that, man.
Yep. It's like, get out of here.
So I got rid of that. But I did watch some things.
Yes.
So the first thing that I didn't watch was a show on Disney Plus called Under the Bridge. I don't know if that's in America as well. I think I might watch it. I didn't know what it was about. I saw it. I'm like, it's a mystery show, whatever. Who cares? But it is actually about the murder of Rena Verk. Do you remember when she was murdered in Vancouver?
I have no idea who that is.
She was killed when we were in school.
Oh? She
was like a first generation immigrant, I believe, who was bullied at school. And these girls tricked her to go down to the river and they killed her, basically.
Oh, wow. Okay.
I think that's the story.
That's crazy.
Yeah. So it was a brutal story when it happened. And they just I don't think they killed her. I think they just like left her to die, basically.
Yeah.
And it's called Under the Bridge. And I was like, oh, it's the story of her. Because it always disturbed me the way she was killed, right?
Mm-hmm.
So I might watch that, but I don't know. I might not be able to watch it because it's too real, basically.
Yeah.
So pretty crazy. Because I don't even know how I discovered it was about her murder. So yeah, pretty brutal murder. It's a TV show. Yeah, Under the Bridge.
American True Crime television miniseries.
Yeah, but it's about
from the book of the same name.
Yeah.
Yeah, Rena Verk.
Yeah. She was murdered in Vancouver. And when I went, no, sorry, it wasn't Vancouver. It was on Vancouver Island. Wow. My apologies. Because when I went to my buddy's wedding in Victoria a couple years ago, I booked a hotel and then I was going on the West Coast Trail the day after his wedding. And all my buddies that I was hiking with, they weren't at the wedding. They came to Victoria the night before and came to the hotel I had booked and stayed in the room with me. And when we were leaving in the morning, Jesse.
Yep.
He was one we were hiking with. And as we're leaving the hotel, he's like, oh my God, this is the park where Rena Verk was killed right here. And I was like, what the fuck? That's so crazy.
Yeah, that's wild, dude.
Yeah. So yeah, pretty
6
disturbing.
teenage girls sentenced for their role.
Yep. Yeah. They just left her to die down there.
They beat her and left her to die.
Yeah. She was bullied and then, they tricked her. Anyways, bit of a downer. But I did watch some things.
Sentences ranged from 60 days to 1 year.
But I think the one girl is still in prison. The main one. I think she's getting out soon.
August 22nd, 2019. One of the girls is granted overnight leaves and extended day parole.
Yeah, she might be the one that's supposed to actually get out.
She got a second trial.
Yeah, I think she's actually going to be getting out soon.
Third trial and found guilty of second-degree murder in April 12th, 2005.
Yeah.
Holy.
Yeah. It's pretty crazy.
Yeah.
So I might watch that. Well, I'm going to try to anyways, but I might not be able to. But I did watch or tried to watch a little show called Marvels. The Marvels. Have you seen The Marvels?
Is that a big Disney show?
Yeah.
Did you not? What? I thought you had watched that already.
No.
Oh yeah, I watched it.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I tried to watch it.
Tried.
It got to the point where I was like, I don't care about any of the bad guys or the consequences of what they're doing.
Yeah, I suppose.
Like they were stealing air and water from alien planets. I didn't give a fuck about those alien planets. I don't give a shit about the Kree. I don't give a shit about the
that's because those aliens were the Skrulls.
Yeah,
and you were like, secret invasion vibes.
Yeah, I don't give a fuck about them. I'm getting secret
invasion flashbacks.
But again, the best part of the show was Miss Marvel.
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah.
100%. She was great.
The best part of the show. And her family. Just the best part of the show.
Just watch the show.
Yeah.
Or don't watch the show. Just skip to the end scene.
Of the Marvels?
Yeah.
Just tell me what it is. So I'm not going to watch it.
So, I can't remember what the third Marvel is.
Like there was like Professor Marvel.
yeah.
The one that was like Carol's niece or whatever.
Yeah. And she got blasted by the dome that Scarlet Witch had set up over the city during WandaVision. And so she got these interdimensional powers, whatever they were.
Yeah.
But she has to go and close. Spoiler alert!
Yeah.
Big spoiler alert coming. She has to go and close this rift up that the Kree had opened up. Yeah. She gets sucked to another dimension.
And
then she wakes up in a hospital, and Beast is standing over her.
Oh, crazy! Which Beast is it? The
Blue Beast?
But is it the Beast that was like in the X-Men movies? Not Kelsey Grammer, but the other one.
No, I think it's Kelsey Grammer.
Oh, really?
It's Kelsey Grammer looking. Anyway.
Okay, because there was the Beast that was in like the Professor or the Wolverine ones that was played by what's his name?
Yeah,
that British fuck. I can't think of his name. He was in Mad Max Fury Road as one of what's his name's sons. The guys that like to spray their teeth with paint.
Yes. The Beast is he looks very much like the Kelsey Grammer Beast, whether it's him doing the voice or not. I'm not entirely sure.
Crazy.
We'd have to look it up.
Well, if it looks like him, it probably is him.
It probably is him.
Because there's rules against doing that nowadays.
I was like, hey, Beast. Oh, I wonder how things are going to go now. Does that mean that Marvel is going to be pushing into the X-Men?
I doubt it.
Taking back some X-Men stuff. Or doing like a collaboration like they did with Spider-Man.
If anything, yes. I'm pretty sure that Sony's never going to let those go away.
Probably
unless
not.
Marvel or Disney comes to them with like a huge cash buyout. Because I'm pretty sure as long as they continually make a movie every certain amount of years, they just automatically get to renew it for whatever price. That's why they turned out that last Fantastic Four movie.
Was there?
Yeah, it was the one where they didn't get their powers till like the end of the movie. You probably haven't even seen it because it's so bad. Have
seen it?
No, I don't think so.
I'm pretty sure I've seen all the Fantastic Fours.
There was one where Kate Mara was the Invisible Woman. So that's the last Fantastic Four one they did. Like that's even the reason why they did the Fantastic Four movie in the 80s was they had to turn out a movie.
Fantastic Four 2015?
Yeah. That's got to be the one.
Yeah. 2 stars, 4.3 out of 10.
Yeah, it's supposed to be really bad.
Fantastic Four 2025.
Yeah, but that's going to be another Sony one.
So it might have Pedro Pascal.
So that's also why they're doing those other terrible Spider-Verse movies, because they have the rights to like Madame Web and Kraven the Hunter and stuff like that. So
I still have not been able to see Madame Web. I still haven't seen it for streaming anywhere.
It's just atrocious. Like I said, dude, just watch it on soap. You're not going to make it through it anyway, so it doesn't matter if it's not in 4K.
We'll see. Maybe everyone's missing it in 4K. That's why 4K HDR. No. It's like that's where you got to do it.
No, it's not about the visuals. The graphics, the special effects, and everything are good.
Oh, of course they have to be.
That stuff looks great. It's everything else that's bad. The writing, the acting, all that shit's terrible.
I can't wait to watch it.
It's terrible, atrocious. One of the worst things.
I don't know where it's even going to be streaming at any time soon. Like you would think they would have pushed it to so many
todayhd.com.
What a pain in the butt.
Anyways, pain in the butt. What a pain in the... You just go to the website.
I know, but then I got to turn the computer on upstairs.
Oh, what a pain in the butt.
Swap it over.
Okay.
Oh, yeah.
I didn't realize.
Oh, yeah. I can't just sit on the couch and use the remote control.
Okay. My apologies. I didn't realize. Last night I watched a little movie called Confess Fletch.
Oh, Fletch must confess.
Yeah.
Did he?
No, he didn't do it.
Oh,
of course he didn't confess.
What a bish.
But it stars John Hamm. He's Fletch in it. And
I love John Hamm.
Fletch, like the first Fletch movie with Chevy Chase, is incredible. Classic of American cinema. So funny.
Yep.
And I was just like, this movie can't be good, can it? You know? But it was good, actually.
There you go.
It was very Fletch-like, except maybe less, he was less of a ladies' man in it.
Uh-huh.
But he still was a bit, you know?
Was this on the couch?
It was.
Who was your guest?
Oh, I had Pockets. I had a Jouch stream of the movie stream, and Pockets called in from New Zealand on Discord.
Ah, yes.
We were on the Jouch virtually.
And she did a little PNG streamer.
Yeah. She didn't stay for Confess Fletch, though.
Oh, that's
She only did the first two, Ned and Strange Brew. Ned is an Australian comedy about Ned Kelly, and Strange Brew is about two hosers eating bat bacon and drinking beer.
Hell yeah.
But yeah, Fletch was funny. The only thing about it that I didn't like compared to the original Fletch movies was his fake personas. He didn't do any costumes. So in the first Fletch, Chevy Chase would wear like fake teeth and a wig, and he'd have a weird name. Where in this one, John Hamm would be like, "Oh, my name is Lance Hyde, and I'm here to have a meeting with so and so." And he didn't like do anything to change his look. Where that was a big thing in the first movie. It was like he'd go and would be wearing a terrible suit, weird glasses, and his name would be Mr. Poon.
Mr. Poon?
Yeah, Sugar Mr. Poon.
Why, yes, please.
Yeah. So it was funny and interesting and well done, actually.
Yeah,
so,
crazy.
Yeah, I'd be okay to see another Fletch movie with John Hamm.
Yeah,
yeah,
nice.
It was good.
Very good.
Surprisingly
good.
Well, I just thought it was going to be very bad.
Oh,
and it was not very bad. I wouldn't say it was very good, but it was good.
Yeah,
yeah.
We wrapped up X-Men 97.
Oh yeah, I've heard of it.
Oh man, the last episode was bananas.
Are you sure it's over now?
No.
Okay.
Because I was sure it was over last time we spoke, and I'm like, oh, there's more episodes?
Yeah.
I mean, they did another 2-parter.
Yeah.
So this might be the end of the season. And they were talking about it getting renewed for another season, so I don't know.
Yeah.
But bananas. Definitely watch
very
it.
Good. Spider-Man? He was there?
Yeah, he was there.
Yeah.
He was there. He was doing things.
Yep.
He showed up for like half a second.
Yeah.
It's so crazy because it's all universes combined. So like Captain America's there. Spider-Man's there.
Yeah, but they're all in the same universe normally.
Normally, yes, but not in the MCU.
Yes. In the comic book universe.
Yeah.
They're all together.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's just because I'm so used to the MCU, it's weird seeing, because they're not going to show up in the MCU unless they do a crossover with another company.
Yeah.
So yeah, it was pretty cool. So anytime there's like a crossover in any of the MCU movies, I'm like,
the Beast.
Like, no, Beast!
Exactly. Yeah. Marvel kind of shot themselves in the foot with that deal back in the day.
Yeah, 100%.
Well, I guess it was either do the deal or go bankrupt, so they probably chose correctly.
They definitely did, because now everything is, well, not now, but 5-10 years ago, everything was like, whoa, yeah. Marvel.
It's kind of going
like, oh,
the hype has definitely died down.
Yes. I mean, Disney's dialing back on kind of everything they're doing right now. Just like, oh, well, maybe we don't put out 1,000 Marvel shows a year.
Yeah. We don't need a new one every month.
No, definitely not.
Yeah. I don't know, dude.
They've just kind of gone, meh.
Like, anyways, you think they'd turn in the story outline for the secret invasion and would have been like, no, go back to the drawing board.
Yeah, right.
We're not making this.
Was it comic book accurate? That's the question.
I mean, I don't know, but I can't imagine. And I don't know, man. Maybe. I don't know.
Let's have a quick Google.
Anything has been comic accurate, really, but that doesn't matter. It was just bad. So just because it's comic accurate, I mean, that's what it was when, like, back in the day when they were making the changes. I was like, it's not comic book accurate. It's like, yeah, but that's a good thing, probably.
Yeah, usually,
because the comic books works in a comic book, not in a fucking live action show.
Comic Book Resources says, in the end, the Disney Plus show is truly Secret Invasion in name only, lacking fidelity to the source material in the same that many of the aforementioned Arrowverse shows did.
Yeah, I'm sure it's exactly. Not very good compared to what it was.
No, definitely not.
But let's say same thing with like Civil War. In the comic book, it was all about like it was way more of the heroes versus each other against like registering as a superhero and stuff like that. Because that wasn't really in the movie that much. It was a little bit, but then they had the one fight at the airport, and that was it.
Yeah, that was pretty much it.
Yeah.
One airport fight. Everyone went to jail.
Yeah. So,
that's it.
Anyways.
Yeah. I don't have a segue for this now because we did a little break.
Oh.
So I will just say, you guys should check out patreon.com/Streamvoid pod. That's the only way to support this podcast with your hard-earned dollar reviews. And big thanks to all of our Patreons out there.
Yeah.
Those Patreons get access to our pre-show content, our post-show content, and they get access to this podcast early on tonight, Sunday, when we're recording instead of Wednesday, when it normally would come out.
Yeah.
You get access to all of our bonus videos, which we have done a few, and we will hopefully do more once things have quieted down.
Yep.
And or basement cleaned out.
Oh, there's that too. Yeah.
There's that too. But I mean, we're going to have a place to record soon anyway.
Ooh.
I don't know how much recording we'll be able to do there, but maybe.
Oh my God.
Yes. Patreon.com/Streamvoid pod. And yeah, big thanks to all of our Patreons out there.
Thank you.
Let's talk about some news.
Okay.
Remember when Sony was like, hey man, you guys are going to have to link your PSN to your Helldivers to play Helldivers on PC.
Yeah.
And then they were like, oh, yeah, except all of these 118 countries, you can't do that in.
Yeah.
Because there's no PSN.
Yeah.
And so Steam was like, okay, well, we're getting review bombed. Your guys are getting review bombed now. And we're going to refund everyone who purchased it.
Who can't play it now.
That can't play it.
Yeah.
So Sony was like, whoa.
Yeah.
Whoa.
Actually backtracked.
Well, you guys don't need to link your PSN. It's fine. But
yeah.
And a big but, you still can't buy the game in these 118 countries.
Yeah. So if you already owned it, you can still play it.
Yeah.
So if you already bought it and you lived in like, I don't know, Iran, you can still play it.
Yeah.
But no one else can buy it there because of there's like, it basically is, you need a PlayStation Network account to play this game still, because you can't
technically,
you can't get it in countries where you don't have a PlayStation Network accountability. So that's kind of lame, but I'm seriously shocked that they went back after this.
Yeah.
Because it was review bomb. There's tons of negative reviews.
Review bomb to hell.
But like, are they actually going to get every negative review cleaned up?
I believe they have been,
because I wouldn't be surprised if people didn't bother to go back to do it unless they're actually manually doing it on Steam's end. And like,
so Helldivers is now mixed reviews.
Yeah.
So it's 67% positive.
Okay. So there's still like a lot of negative.
Yeah, there's still a lot of negative.
So yeah, it didn't really save the rating too much. Yeah, I'm kind of surprised that I didn't think they were going to go back on it. I thought they were just going to be like, well, too bad.
Yeah.
They'll get over it, basically.
Yeah, but they did go back on it, so
yeah,
that's good.
But that just means, because I'm pretty sure I read somewhere that when it launched, you needed a PlayStation Network account.
You did. But because of
server problems, they removed that requirement.
Yeah.
And then
and that was the publisher, the guys who made Helldivers. They were like, well, no one can play the game, so we got to get rid of it.
Yeah.
And then people could play the game again. Then a bunch of stuff happened, game got really big, and Sony was like, okay, you need to reinstate this because this is part of your contract,
or whatever,
part of your deal, your contract, whatever it is.
And they did it, and no one liked it. So that just means going forward, next time when Helldivers 3 comes out and no one can play it, oh well, you'll wait till the servers are fixed, I guess, because they're not going to remove the PlayStation Network requirement.
No,
because of what happened this time.
Yeah.
So it's kind of screwed them over. Though I read also today that it says that they've removed somewhere, where it said that you require a PlayStation Network account to play Ghost of Tsushima when it launches on PC.
Yeah.
But
in single player.
Yes. Oh, it's just single player.
Yeah, I think it's just single player.
Okay, so they'll need it for the multiplayer.
Yeah.
But who the fuck is playing the multiplayer in that game?
I don't
know. Yeah, I was surprised when I read that they were.
Yeah, I was also quite surprised that they backpedaled on that pretty hard, pretty quickly.
Well, that's the thing though, is they didn't do it that fast. The damage was done. Like,
oh yeah,
the day one on the internet, that's the day all the damage is going to be doing.
Yeah.
So if you wanted to get rid of it, you should have done it on the first day. But they waited, I don't know how long it was, 3 or 4 days when all the damage was done.
Yeah.
And I also saw that it probably is that community manager for Helldivers, whatever the company's called. I don't even know.
Mm-hmm.
The guy that said like, oh, you should change your reviews to negative on Steam.
Yeah.
It seems like he doesn't work there anymore.
No.
No. I read somewhere that there's been nothing from that guy basically since then. So, which is not surprising, honestly.
Yeah.
Because I don't know why. Sometimes these community managers post the most stupid shit. And it's like, why would you say that?
That is not in the interest of the company.
There's been some other ones in the past where a community manager said something ridiculous and was just like, huh? Like, you should have better public relations than that.
Yes.
Or not tell them to sabotage the reviews of your game for the company you work for.
Yeah, it's weird. Don't do that.
Very, very weird.
Don't do that. It's too weird.
Have you played Helldivers 2 since then?
Nope. No. I haven't played Helldivers. I mean, everyone I would be playing with is now level 1,000, so it's just...
That's right. I remember you said that.
If I had someone to play with or a group of people to play with that were around my level, then yeah.
That's the worst thing about these online games is unless you got someone that's scheduled to play with you at the same time you do.
Yeah.
All of a sudden you log in and it's like, oh, you're one-shotting everything. This is less fun than I was hoping.
Well, if I was playing with those 1,000 level guys, they'd be on the hardest difficulty and just running me through.
Yeah.
And I'd be like,
that's not fun.
Not fun.
No. Yeah, exactly.
But I mean, there's no time to play any games anyway, so.
No, I guess that's true for you as well. Yeah. But I mean, it's just a universal problem basically for any online game that you've been playing.
Definitely.
Sucks a bit.
Yeah. You know what else sucks?
No.
Microsoft is closing some studios down.
Yeah, they did.
So they are closing Tango Gameworks.
Yep.
Which is kind of weird to me. Why would they they would close this studio?
I'll tell you why they closed Tango Gameworks.
Why'd they close it?
Tango Gameworks made Hi-Fi Rush.
Yes.
Ghostwire Tokyo. And Evil Within.
Yeah.
Those are the only things I think they've done. Evil Within.
There was one other thing in there that I didn't put in the thing.
Evil Within 1 and 2.
Yeah.
Tango Gameworks was basically formed as a game studio for Shinji Mikami to make games. He doesn't work there anymore. They basically were like, oh, you can come and make a horror game for Tango.
Yeah.
We made this studio. It's not called Shinji Mikami Gameworks or whatever. It's called Tango, but it's the Shinji Mikami studio.
Yeah.
And he left after Evil Within 2.
Huh.
So that was the whole point of the studio, was for him to have his studio there. So I'm not surprised.
Oh, well, there you go. That makes more sense then.
But you'd think too, it's like, okay, they made games that were sort of successful afterwards.
Yeah.
Like they would keep it open, but I mean, they decided not to. So
yeah. I mean, they did make successful games. Ghostwire Tokyo had about 6 million installs. Hi-Fi Rush, extremely critically acclaimed.
Yeah.
About 3 million installs.
Yeah, but installs means nothing when Hi-Fi Rush launches on Game Pass.
Oh, yeah, that's what it was.
Yeah. So
mostly Game Pass installs. So.
Yeah. So.
And then, of course, Arcane.
Yeah, Arcane. They did Dishonored. Supposed to be good games. Yep. Prey, which is supposed to be good.
Yep.
Deathloop was supposed to be all right. And then Redfall. So that just shows you one bad game, you're out of here.
Yeah.
You're done for.
Yeah.
It kind of sucks for Arcane because they were still working on Redfall, trying to make it into a game that was worth playing.
Mm-hmm.
And then I read articles saying like, oh, they were days away from launching the update that was going to fix the game. Yeah, right. Okay.
Yeah, no.
I don't think so.
Yeah.
The one thing though with that is that our Redfall had a pre-order like special edition that was like get all the DLC and extra characters and everything.
Yeah.
They haven't done anything. So there's people that bought that or like, what? So Microsoft said they're going to make amends somehow to these people that bought this edition.
Yeah. Just give them
How
back
they're
their
going to
money.
do that? No, it'll be like, you get 3 months of Game Pass on us or something.
There you go.
So that's kind of lame. I mean, I had fun-ish times playing that. I played it through with the tank, but it was not worthy of going back and playing 1 millisecond more. Especially, sorry, go ahead.
Yeah, I loaded it up, played a little bit, and I was like, wow.
Yeah.
What is this game?
It's bad. It was interesting, but bad.
Yeah.
But the thing with it is like there's achievements to like do.
Mm-hmm.
Defeat this mission this way or this way. But the only way to replay the mission is to replay the whole fucking game. So I was like, I'm never playing that game until they put an option into like choose a level to replay.
Yeah.
Which they're never going to add.
No.
So. And it's always online. So eventually they're going to be like, flip off the server and the game will fade into the distant memory.
Yep. Just like The Crew.
Yeah. Well, The Crew actually played well, so it's a little different than The Crew because no one's going to be like, oh man, I wish I could play Redfall still.
No.
But I remember when we watched the trailers and stuff for Redfall before it came out and we were like, oh yeah, this looks fun.
Yeah, I remember watching it and being like, oh yeah, this looks good.
Yeah.
So,
even good. The first gameplay reveal where they showed the girl sneaking into the church and fighting the vampire in the upstairs and everything, it looked good.
Mm-hmm.
It was bad.
Very bad.
Yeah.
I remember going outside for the first time. This floating vampire couldn't get at me because there was a meridian in the way.
Yeah.
It's like, okay.
Yeah, that's pretty
You can't just float over that and come get me.
They would get stuck on everything. The pathing was terrible.
Ridiculous.
But it also didn't help too that like when Microsoft bought Arcane, they were like, no, it's not a free. No, it wasn't free to play, or was it free to play? But it was like a live service game they were working on. And then Microsoft was like, no, it's not a live service. It's like a standard retail release. So they had to like pivot to that near the end of production.
Oh man, that's the worst.
Yeah. So
hey, remember you're making this game this one way? Nah, you can't do it that way now. You gotta switch everything around.
Yeah, but would it have been better if it was a live service game?
I don't know.
I doubt it.
Probably
They
not.
probably saw how bad Back 4 Blood did. And we're like, let's do something different here. Yeah. And then they shut down Alpha Dog Games, which has done Mighty Doom. Who gives a fuck?
Yeah, they're a mobile developer, essentially.
Mighty Doom, whoop-de-doo, and then Wraithborn. I don't even know what Wraithborn is.
But yeah, there were only 4 games accredited to them in their Wikipedia page, and only 2 of them had actual articles. And so Mighty Doom was one of them. I remember getting advertised Mighty Doom like months ago.
Yeah.
Just to check it out. I didn't. It had extremely middling reviews, just like 50s, 60s, 40s. And then Wraithborn was a release on the Ouya.
Oh, God. Okay, that's why.
Came out on iOS first, and then Ouya, and then Android.
The Ouya. Holy shit. So it does suck that these people lost their jobs or whatever, but I mean... Oh, and I think Alpha Dog... Was it Alpha Dog? I think they also were working on Elder Scrolls Online stuff.
Now, that was another studio that was kind of a subsidiary of this, and then they just absorbed that studio into the main studio.
Oh, okay.
So I didn't bother putting it on the thing.
Okay, so yeah, they kind of just got added into ZeniMax Online Studios,
yeah.
Which makes sense. Why would you have separate team working on the game apart from the other people working on the game?
Yeah, weird.
Yeah, of these, it sucks most. I think Arcane got shut down, but I mean,
it's the way it goes.
That is the way it goes, but you know, like it is disheartening where it's like, oh, you have one flop and that's the end.
Yeah,
they shut you down.
That seems to be the way things are going these days.
That's always kind of the way it's been in the games business.
Yeah.
It's like you fuck it up one time, you're out of here.
Yeah. Unless your name is Sean Murray.
Well, I think, I mean, Hello Games is Sean Murray, so I think that's a little different when you're kind of like the man.
And when you're Hello Games, you're independent anyway.
Yeah.
You don't have anyone above you to shut you down.
If like they had been owned by Sony when No Man's Sky came out, they'd be like, bye-bye.
See ya.
So, yeah. And then I mean, Tango's done stuff since Evil Within, but yeah, like I said, that was supposed to be for Shinji Mikami, so not too surprised there.
There you go.
So I think because of the closer of Arcane, we're going to be doing, as a backup game club game, we're going to do Prey.
Yes.
In honor of Arcane going down.
Yep.
I'm
into it.
Did you ever play the original Prey?
Maybe?
It's very much a different game than this Prey. The Prey of this one is like Prey in name only. The first one, you're like a Native American man, and there's aliens that kidnap him at the start of the game, and then you have to like rescue people that have been kidnapped by aliens, and it has a sort of portal system in it where you'll like walk through a portal and you can't shoot your own portals, but there are portals around, so you'll go through them into different areas of the levels and stuff like that.
Prey 2006?
Oh yeah, Xbox 360. It has one of the best intros to a game of all time.
Yeah?
Yeah. You're like in a bar.
I think I've actually played this.
Yeah, you're in a bar and you're drinking and you can play darts and whatever. And you're talking to like the bartender and there's other people in the bar. And then the jukebox, when you play it, starts playing Don't Fear the Reaper. And that's when the aliens come and like beam everybody up into the sky. Yeah, it was actually a fun game. I liked it quite a bit. I beat that one for sure. And all the doors and stuff looked like really prolapsed rectums on the alien spaceships. So,
yeah. I kind of remember that.
Yeah.
Kind of remember.
It had a multiplayer thing. And when you bought the game, I don't know if it was special edition or what, it came with a pewter minifigure of like a character from the game, which was very weird because who the fuck was looking for Prey memorabilia?
Yeah, right.
So I have the Prey pewter figure.
Nice. Did you paint him up?
No.
That's too bad.
No. I'll be my D&D character.
Nice.
I'll be a dude with a machine gun. So yeah, sucks. But I mean, when you acquire like a huge company like Activision Blizzard with all these holdings, multiple studios, some are going to get shut down.
It's true. It's unfortunate, but that's the way it works.
Yep.
Let's talk about Nintendo for a few minutes here.
Okay.
Soon, coming up, your Nintendo Switch won't be able to connect to Twitter/X anymore.
Yes.
Was that a big thing? People like to post screenshots on X from their Switch?
Yeah, it was kind of a big thing during like the COVID days.
Oh.
People would post like Animal Crossing screenshots and stuff about their village and like, look what I did. And I remember there was a whole thing where Elijah Wood went to a guy's village and they posted pictures like Elijah Wood came to my village today. And it was Elijah Wood.
Yeah.
Because what was it? He in Animal Crossing, there's the stock market, like STALK, because you buy turnips.
Oh, yeah.
And you can sell them for different value. Like the woman will come and you might make money or not, but you can go to someone else's island and sell them. So some guy was like, oh, my island, this is the most I've ever seen they're selling for. So Elijah Wood like tweeted at him like, hey, can I come to your island? So Elijah Wood came to his island. But yeah, they're going to drop the Twitter integration because Twitter and Elon in infinite wisdom has decided to charge $42,000 a month for API access, depending on how much you use the platform to do stuff. Which, again, is such a stupid maneuver.
Yeah.
Like, I understand that Twitter needs to actually turn a profit 1 year eventually, because they've never turned a profit, I don't believe. But, like, the whole idea is driving people to the site so you can advertise to them.
Yes.
And when people are using the Twitter API, they'll eventually go to the site to look at what they've done, or people reply to the picture or whatever, and you can serve them an ad. But instead they're charging these companies to just post automatically to their site. Like that just it seems so backward to me.
Yes.
I mean, obviously they're going to probably earn more, $42,000 a month, charging for the API access. Excuse me, but now like every Nintendo Switch owner was a potential customer.
Yeah.
Now none of them are.
Yeah.
So, and I get that the API access is not free for Twitter, Like, it costs server load and bandwidth and all that shit.
Yep.
But it's just such a weirdo maneuver to me, man.
It's a classic Elon Musk weirdo maneuver. If there's one thing Elon Musk is noted for is weirdo maneuvers.
Well, is that what he's known for?
Yeah, kind of.
I don't think so.
Nowadays.
People, I don't know, maybe, but
he makes some good moves, but then he makes some questionable choices, and he's like, oh, okay.
I don't think he ever was a smart businessman.
No?
I think he just lucked into everything he did, basically.
Potentially, yeah.
Like, he didn't found Tesla or anything like that. He just
bought Tesla.
He just invested in it and then pushed everybody else out.
Yep.
So, I don't know. Seems weird to me.
Yes.
Because you can't do none of them now. This was the last one. Nintendo held out the longest. Because, like, Microsoft immediately was like, no, we're dropping Twitter integration.
Yeah.
Then, like, 5 months later, Sony's like, yeah, you can't post to Twitter anymore. And now, like, a year later almost, Nintendo's like, yeah, okay, we'll get rid of it.
Yeah. It's gone.
Yeah.
It's not making us any
because,
money.
Well, yeah, that's the thing, too, is like, what is Nintendo getting out of it?
Zero.
Like, someone can post, I guess, in theory, they could say, like, oh, if someone posts a picture of Animal Crossing to Twitter, someone may see it and they'll buy Animal Crossing.
Yeah.
Or it's Switch. But you'd have to sell, like, 1,000 copies of Animal Crossing via Twitter.
Yeah.
To make it even close to paying back. And that's every month.
Yeah, that's ridiculous.
Yeah.
That's ridiculous.
So, I don't know. Just has always been a very weird change to me.
Yeah.
Or like, why 42,000? Like, why has it got to be so much?
I don't know. It's a lot.
I guess they're just shooting for the moon and hoping they'd say yes.
Yeah,
I'm sure there's other. I don't know, dude. Are there other things that are using the API integration at that level? I don't think so.
I don't know.
I don't know of anything.
It doesn't make. Yeah. I don't know how a lot of stuff works or why.
I mean, it just automatically would send it to Twitter, so you don't have to post on Twitter. So now if I want to share a post to Twitter from my Switch, I got to open this image, save it to my phone, then open the Twitter app, then post it on Twitter. So I could do it.
Yeah.
I'm not going to do it, but I could do it. It was just like convenience factor to do it straight from the Switch.
$42,000 a month convenience for
I don't know, man. I don't think so.
Yeah. No, I get it.
Yeah.
It's just too much. Nintendo's not making any money off of it.
Yeah, when it's free, it's just like, oh, it's a cool thing to just have it built in there.
Yeah.
But like, yeah, why the fuck would you do it if it's going to cost you money? Know. So weird.
Yes.
The whole thing of Twitter is you're supposed to monetize the users. Serve them ads, whatever.
Yep. Maybe Elon's got too many ad sponsors being pulled.
No, that can't be true because I get advertised by Twitter when I look at it about how I should if you become a verified business. I always assumed that the gold check mark was like the new blue check mark.
Yeah.
Or no, it's not. So like Nintendo of America, they got the gold check mark.
Yeah.
They had to pay for that too. But it's like, I couldn't go and say I'm Nintendo of America. They'll actually vet me.
Yeah.
And be like, no, you're not Nintendo of America. But I could say like, I'm actually KurbStomped. And they'd be like, oh, blue check.
Yeah.
No problem, right?
Yeah.
Or you could say you're KurbStomped. Blue check, it doesn't matter. It doesn't mean anything.
Yeah.
The gold one actually means something, but you still have to pay for it.
Yeah.
Because I keep getting advertised that I should become a verified business on Twitter. So really good targeting marketing with their advertising. And I'll get the gold check mark. It costs $1,000 a month, but you get $1,000 advertising credit.
Oh, wow.
It's just like, no, I don't think so.
$1,000 advertising credit.
Yeah. Which you may as well just say that's absolute just garbage. Just throw your money in the trash.
Yeah.
Because you can't scroll faster than past any of these fucking stupid Twitter ads you get nowadays. Like before it was at least kind of targeted. Now it's just like the stupidest shit every day, all day.
All over the place.
Yeah. And I don't look at Twitter that much. It's just maybe once or twice a week.
Mm-hmm.
But I'd be like, why am I getting these stupid fucking ads all the time? Like they're not even anything related to anything I would care about. Huh. And then I'll click on it and be like, why was I served this ad? Like it'll say like, oh, they wanted to contact people that live in Vancouver. It's like I live like 4 hours away from Vancouver.
Not even close.
Why are they serving me this ad?
Close in a Canadian context, but not close.
I guess so. Anyways.
Yeah.
Classic Twitter maneuver.
Speaking of classics,
Yeah.
Nintendo is kind of releasing a spiritual successor, maybe, to the Nintendo World Championships.
Yeah, there's a new. It's like it's like a mini game collection, kind of.
Yeah. So it's all like speed running and points. I don't know if there's top point scores or whatever, but yeah, there's a lot of speed running. So there's 150 events within the cartridge.
Yeah.
Based off of 13 classic Nintendo games,
yes.
NES games, not anything else.
Yeah.
There's no full game of any of those games. It's just like these little challenges only. And you can compete on the leaderboards to get your scores up there.
Yeah.
It does come with a classic gold cart Nintendo World Championship replica.
Yeah, I know.
You can't play it.
I know. So that, when I saw that, I was like, oh. But then I was like, oh, you can't actually
exactly.
do it.
I was because like, ooh.
Capcom did that a couple years ago where they did a special edition Street Fighter repro cart that actually you could play on Super Nintendo.
Nice.
And there was like 1 in 50, was it a gold card or something like that? So it was like an actual thing you could play. So when I saw this, I was like, oh, that would be so cool to buy like an official Nintendo cartridge, NES, in 2024. Yep. I would have done it.
Oh, yeah.
Well, the price was decent.
Yeah. Well, I mean, that would have got a lot of collectors on board. Be like, oh my God.
Well, I mean, it's Nintendo. It'll be fine. They'll sell a lot of these. But also, like, even for me, like as a kid, like I knew what the Nintendo World Championships were, and it was a big deal. Like even when I started, being older and collecting video games.
Yep.
That was one of the ones. It was like, oh my God, you find the Nintendo World Championship cart or one of the prize carts. Like, oh baby, that's worth money, right?
Oh yeah, big money.
So it's not like it's something I didn't know about or whatever.
Yeah.
So yeah, when I saw it, was just like it's just a thing you put on your shelf. It's not worth nothing you can do with it, right?
No,
so
it's just a piece of plastic
yeah.
with gold and Nintendo World Championship.
Yeah, it looks like an NES thing, but yeah. Anyways, a little sad that way, but
yeah, I was like, when I saw that, I was like, oh my God, this is so cool.
I know.
And then I looked at it, I'm like, oh, it's not that cool.
Yeah, exactly. I would play this game maybe if it was very cheap on the Switch as a DLC or something like that.
It's $30 online.
That's not too bad.
And that's probably American.
That's not too bad.
No.
It looks like the games are like Kirby, Donkey Kong, Legend of Zelda 1 and 2, Super Mario 1, 2, and 3. It looked like maybe Excite Bike was on there. I couldn't really tell. The other thing with this, though, is like these games, for you and me, it's like, oh yeah, we know these games. We're familiar with them.
Yep.
But they're like very archaic games. They're not quite as bad as like a 2600 game, like an Atari, where you'd be like, what the fuck is this? But like they're very much, games are not like these anymore. Oh, Metroid is another one. So I don't know if young people they'll enjoy it or not. I don't know.
Yeah. There is, what? Did they make a 25th anniversary gray cart? Nintendo World Championship 25th anniversary NES gray cart. It's got the div switches on it.
It could be just a repro. People have been building repros of those for a long time.
Loose price $395. Complete price $904.
That might be a repro. That seems pretty low.
Yeah, and then there's the gold Nintendo World Championship cart, $18,000.
Yeah, I was going to say 20 large.
Yeah. Nintendo World Championship reproduction cart, $26 loose, $139 complete in box.
For a repro cart?
Yeah, for a repro.
Get out of town.
Rep. That's weird.
Not interested.
No.
Don't need a repro cart. Yeah, it'd be interesting to hear from like young people if they give a fuck about these games or whatever.
I mean, speedrunners will.
Yeah, but I mean regular people.
Regular people probably not.
No.
It's just, yeah, I don't know. It's kind of weird.
Like some of these games are very playable still. Like the Super Mario 2 and 3, I think are very playable. But like, I don't know, is Metroid or the original Donkey Kong, like Balloon Fight is on the list? Like, I don't know, man. Excite Bike, yes, no problem. But like Kid Icarus, I don't know. Some of these are not. They didn't age too well.
Yeah. Are there only 26 of these cartridges in the world?
Which, the Nintendo World Championship ones? The gold ones?
Yeah.
Yeah, there wasn't very many.
Yeah, the eBay listing that sold the highest was one of 26. Nintendo NES game cartridge, one of 26.
Yeah, I don't know how many there was exactly, but there wasn't very many.
And it sold for $26,677 back in 2015.
There was, back in the day when they first started becoming like known, there was guys that would contact known winners by like looking them up in like, they'd see their name in Nintendo Power and then contact like every Gary Smith they could find and be like, hey, did you win this from Nintendo? Like, can I buy it from you? So that's how a few of them got back into circulation and stuff like that. Yeah, I might check it out.
It looks interesting for us.
Yeah.
I don't know about anybody else.
I mean, I grew up on all these games. I always loved the idea of the World Championships.
Yep.
The Wizard, you know.
What a good movie, The Wizard.
Is it good? I don't know about that, but I remember that was right up my alley when I was a kid.
100%.
Especially when he whips out the power glove.
So good.
I never had a power glove when I was a kid. I wanted one so bad.
Controller.
I mean, I had one when I was a grown adult person. An adult style person.
An adult person?
But yeah, it's just atrocious, terrible, just style over substance 100%.
Oh yeah, 100%.
So
yeah.
Ladies
and gentlemen, Game Club.
Oh God.
Each week.
Oh no.
Except for this week.
Oh no.
We play a video game.
Oh no.
We play a chapter, a segment, or time interval of a video game, and then we talk about it. We're not doing Game Club this week because of, like we mentioned before, just so many. This game is riddled with problems playing it on PC.
Yeah.
Like I said, 9 Arsons couldn't even get it to load.
Yeah.
I could get it to load. And
sometimes,
but it just crash. I get so far and crash. I'm like, I play with like WASD, but like my thumb is on like F5, so I could just keep smashing F5 every 10 meters I walk.
Oh, quick save?
Yeah, just to play.
Oh my
just
God.
Quick save.
Yeah.
It was getting ridiculous. And then this last time I got through the mission took me 3 days to get through with all the crashing, and it was a little bit more difficult than the other missions as well.
Yeah.
So I was like 3 days, get to the end, finally go through, and it's just like, it just hangs. And I'm like, yeah.
Yeah.
And that was the last straw for me. I was like, nope. Let's switch games.
Yeah.
I'm so done.
You gave it the college try.
I gave it the college try.
I didn't play any of it because I was waiting to see how far I was going to need to go.
Yeah.
From MikeyT33.
And
it was just too much of a problem.
Yeah.
So I didn't even bother to.
It was so frustrating because I was having fun in the game.
Yeah.
The combat's awful.
Yeah, it's better than the last one.
Yeah.
The one before it. Yeah.
It feels like you're just shooting water guns at people.
Yeah.
It just feels terrible to play in a combat variety. But like the hacking mini games and all the other stuff you can do, the exploration is super good.
Yeah, the world building.
The world building is super good. But yeah, that's all. That's it. That's all we can do.
So I think we're gonna do Prey 2018. I don't know what year it came out. The more recent Prey game put out by Arcane in honor of Arcane's murder.
We're going to switch over to that one.
Yeah.
Which you should have gotten free with on Epic.
It's also on Game Pass, and I think it's probably dirt cheap if you want to buy it anyways.
Yeah.
It's probably only a few bucks.
Oops, I accidentally launched it.
Perfect.
I was going to check the price on Epic.
Oh, yeah. I don't even think it'll show you if you own it. So.
Yeah, I don't know.
It'll be on Steam as well, so.
Oh my God, I can't even Alt F4 out of it.
Uh-oh. Podcast ruined. Do they have like audio of the game now on the podcast?
No, it only records the Oh my God, let me Alt F4 out. No, it only records the microphone. So
that's okay. No worries.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'm excited. I've known about Prey I've been wanting to play it for a long time. It looked very interesting. So
yes.
And I played the earlier, which I had a lot of fun playing. Not that the first one is any relation to The new one.
Oh, just kidding. I had it recording.
They get a delicious soundbite of the...
a little bit of a delicious soundbite of me spamming the space bar and the opening cinematics.
That's okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, this one's more of like Bioshock-ish, I believe.
Mm-hmm.
So that'll be interesting.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to it. It's a game I've wanted to play for quite some time.
Yeah.
So I watched another streamer playing it.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Okay.
I was like, oh, I like this. This looks like a game that I will like.
I never watched anyone play it, but I saw some clip of it and I was like, oh, okay. This is not really what I thought it was going to be like. So,
yeah.
Yeah, I'm excited to give it a shot anyways. Hopefully it controls well on console.
Yeah.
That's where I'm going to play it. If I need to, I can play it on PC, but
yes,
it's going to be console for me.
I will play on PC. So if you guys are going to join us for this round, and apologies for those who did actually want to play Deus Ex with us.
You can still play it.
Yeah, you can still play it.
Yeah.
Just not with us.
Yeah, exactly.
Join the Discord down below. And there is a post already about Prey, which you can post your experiences into.
Yes.
It looks like there's not that many chapters.
No.
So it might be a chapter a thing.
I guess it depends how long they are, but that's good. Yeah, I don't think the game is particularly long. I think it's only a few hours.
Oh, interesting.
But I could be wrong. Let's go to the old How Long to Beat website.
Ah, yes.
Oh, it says 16 hours.
Oh.
So it's a little longer than I would have thought. It says it's $40 on GOG and $40 on Steam. That might be Canadian, but I don't know. Yeah, if you want to do the main story, it's 16 hours. Main plus sides is 28 hours. And if you want to be a completionist, probably about 46 hours.
Well, that's not too bad. That's not long at all.
Yeah, it could be something kind of like Outer Worlds, where we could get through the story in just a little bit of time. But then if you want to do everything,
faff about,
you can spend a lot more time doing it. So
yeah, if it's Bioshock-ish, probably have a lot of faffing about to do.
Yeah, we'll see how it goes anyways.
Yep, for
keep
sure.
an eye on the Discord for how far to play.
Yep.
Basically.
Yeah, things are going to get very difficult for me to play games pretty quickly. And I will, it's going to be like late night sessions.
Ooh, baby. Ooh la la.
Yes.
It says the speed run on How Long to Beat was 7 minutes 35 seconds.
Oh.
Yeah. So.
Any percent?
Any percent.
Any percent?
No, that's 100%. 7 minutes 35 seconds.
Oh wow.
No, I'm just kidding.
No glitches?
Any percent. It just says any percent.
Any percent, no glitches. Any percent, all glitches.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly.
All right, guys, that's going to bring us to the end of this podcast. If you like what you heard, and I know that you did, make sure to leave us a rating. Tell us how we're doing. Join the Discord down below and join us in Game Club. And a big thanks to all you Patreons out there.
Yeah.
And with that being said, see you guys again in 1 week's time.
Bye-bye.
Bye.